Basically this video is going to be me telling funny stories about me, not necessarily embarrassing or things that I did. Well, things that I did, but like, you'll see, you'll get it. So the first story is about me eating paper on accident. So basically this video is not going to be filmed all at once just because I cannot think of all these funny things I've ever done. But this one about the paper is just like always on my mind. Like if I ever think of a funny story, this is the story that I tell people. So this is going to be like a bunch of different clips. I'm going to be wearing different stuff in each one. This is my gymnastics sweatshirt. It has like chalk handprints on the back. But basically, so before I was vegan, I was just vegetarian, my dad made frozen pizza. So some frozen pizzas have this, some don't. But basically, there was paper on the bottom of the pizza. So he put it in the oven with the paper on, yes. And then he cut the paper underneath the pizza. And then he handed me the pizza with the paper. Oh gosh, hold on, it gets so much worse. So basically I'm eating this pizza and the paper is like just crispy, like it's crisping. It's not like paper, like printer paper. It was kind of like bubbly textured and it kind of like came in layers. So I was eating it and I was like, this pizza is so good. Like the crispiness about the crust, oh, so delicious. So then I flipped the pizza over and I see this crispy layer and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna take this off and I'm gonna... My camera cord, like the memory card ran out of space. So anyways, I take this crispy layer off because I'm like, wow, this is gonna taste so good. And it doesn't taste like paper, it just has like the flavoring of the pizza on it. So I'm eating it, I just like take the paper off and I just start eating it. And I'm like, okay, I'm like watching Netflix while doing this, so I'm not looking to see what this really looks like, but it did not look like paper at all. It was like creamish, it was bubbly, it was textured, it looked like pizza crust. Except I don't know why it came off in like one layer, because it was it was paper, but at the time I didn't know that. So I'm like eating this, and then I look down and I'm like, the texture wasn't like paper too. Like if you've ever chewed on like notebook paper for some reason, like it's not like that texture. Like it was just normal, like it didn't feel weird. So I looked down and like if you bite into paper, let's see, hold on, I'll be back with paper. Okay, I know my face is like white right now, but I have a note card, so yeah. So as you can see, there is like little fluffiness, textured stuff along here. So I looked down at this paper I'm eating that I thought was crust, and it has that, and I'm just like, oh my god, I was eating paper. So then I go out to I was eating my room, my dad was eating somewhere, I don't remember. So I go to him and I'm like, Dad, there was paper on our pizza. And he was like, yeah, I know, I figured that out. And he finished like way before me, and I'm like, well, thanks for letting me know because I was still eating it. And then I told him my story and he thought it was so funny because it was like, I wouldn't have directly eaten paper if he would have just told me, like texted me like, oh, by the way, I left paper on the pizza. But nope, I ate the paper and I enjoyed it. This I did not enjoy, but yes, that is #1 story in this funny story video. I hope you guys enjoyed that because I can't, like, I hated it so much. And then another time, I did not know that he had the stove on, and I was getting something out of a cabinet. So it's like our cabinet is here, we have cabinets like here, and then our stove is here. So I got something out of this cabinet, and then I like lightly touched the stove, and I was like placing it there, and then I like kind of moved it across. And then I like look at this tortilla bag, not like tortilla bag, but like tortilla wraps, I guess, like the little like plastic thing they come in. I look at it and there's a huge hole in it, and I'm like, oh my god, what happened? And then I smell burning, and I'm like, oh god. And then I look down at the stove, the little burner has melted plastic all over it. and it was like turning black, and I'm like, crap, Jessica, oh my god. And then like I had to get my dad, and it was just like, he was mad again. I mean, like, who wouldn't? It was really hard to get off. Luckily, I didn't have to get off. He got it off because he was like, just go. He was so disappointed in me. I felt so bad, guys. I'm not looking at the camera at all today. I really do not know what this lighting is. But anyways, it is the same day, this is the first one, but I just remembered another story. So basically, my dad's house gets fleas quite a bit, so we don't have the water out of our fridge, well, out of like the freezer section, I guess, like, you know how it like squirts out, you put your water bottle, like the fridge, you put your water bottle, the water like goes into it. So we don't have that. So we just buy like Crystal Geyser water bottles and stuff, and then like the plastic ones. So I drank one of those, and I hate tap water so much. So after I finished the water bottle, I would fill it up with tap water and store it under my pillow, just in case like a flea ever jumped on me, or like I saw a flea, because we have a cat. I don't want my cat to have like more flea problems. So I'd pick up the flea, and then I'd put it in the water bottle. Well, I always leave water bottles everywhere, so my dad always takes them and he puts them in the fridge. So he found this water bottle under my pillow, and I'm sure you see where this is going, but he was saying like, before you start a new water bottle, you need to you need to drink the water bottles you already have open. So I'm eating dinner with him, and I like lift up the water bottle, and like the water's starting to come down, and I see these black things just like floating around in the bottle, and the water doesn't taste good because it is tap water. And I'm like, Dad, where did you get this water bottle? And he was like, it was in your room. And I'm like, was it under my pillow? And he was like, yeah, I grabbed one out from under your pillow. I'm like, Dad, this was my flea water bottle. This is not my drinking water. And he just starts cracking up, like laughing so hard. And I'm like, Dad, I just drank fleas. And it was so bad.